Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is Wylie's Race Report. Hello, race fans. I'm Wylie Wade, and this is Wylie's Race Report. It's a special edition. Tonight, we're going to have a chat with Larry Adams. But first, I want to tell you about what's coming up this weekend, September 17th, 2022 at Antioch Speedway. It is championship night number 1 in the IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sports Modifieds, IMCA Stock Cars, and Pacific Coast Hobby Stocks, all in action, crowning their champion. They'll be joined, a little cherry on top, by the Extreme Limited Late Model Series running topless. That's this Saturday, September 17th. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I had the chance to talk with Larry Adams. If you don't know who Larry is, he's been around the racetrack for a long time, does all kinds of stuff, used to crew cars. He is kind of, as I call him, the Radar O'Reilly of Antioch Speedway, if you're familiar with MASH. He is the brainchild behind the Hobby Stock Nationals that we kicked off last year. It's coming up again this year. New name, the Big Jim Pettit Hobby Stock Nationals. And had a chance to talk to him about that and some of the other stuff. Take a look. Here with Larry Adams out at Antioch Speedway. Larry, what's your official title besides Do Everything Guy?
Technically, I'm just an IT guy. I go through and I make sure all the computers, anything electrical keeps going, and then I do whatever I'm asked. That's it.
Well, you've got a little more than that because coming up in October, the Figure 8 race, which you've been working for well over a year. That's coming up, and of course, the second annual Hobby Stock National with a new name this year, the Big Jim Pettit Hobby Stock National.
Right. Yeah. So getting with the Figure 8, drivers came to Chad over here at the swap meet that we had, and they presented it to him. And when somebody presents something good, or I feel it's good, I'll back it, and I'll do whatever I can to go out and get sponsorships. With that being said, I didn't create the race; the racers did. Same thing with the Hobby Stock Nationals. They started it, and all I did was contributed. I went out and I made the phone calls. I did whatever I had to do to ensure that we'd have a good purse. So hopefully we're on track for something even bigger this year. I got a lot of interest from some bigger sponsors. Got rid of that. I'm good at throwing my phone. All in all, if we keep going on the way we're going, yeah, this will be bigger than what it was last year. I hope to see more cars. I hope that everybody who comes has a good time. And the things that I tried to implement is I want this race to be something where everybody who comes gets something out of it.
I think last year, the initial one, a lot of hobby stockers that didn't show up were hesitant about whether it was a real deal. And you proved last year that it was a real deal.
Yeah, we fooled them, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Surprise! Guess what? That's all I can say on that. This year, I hope we're going to do even bigger. I can say my personal biggest thing is I love the Pit Crew Challenge. And the first person to the car getting a little bit of money. The pitman never got paid before, so I do want to bring that back. The way the show ran, I mean, come on. We started with 20 cars, and we finished with 18.
Yeah.
They said hobby stocks couldn't do it.
Yep.
I think we proved them wrong.
How can people help you out? I know you don't care how much. If someone has some money they want to throw at you for it, you're going to take it. You're not going to turn it away.
Right. I don't turn away a penny. I don't turn away a nickel, and I don't turn away a dollar. If you're a business and you want to put into it, number one, I do ask that you provide us with a banner because we want to try to represent you as best as possible. So when you come to this event, you'll see your logos everywhere. We'll put them in the stream. We'll put them in all of our social media posts. We're going to put them on the walls. And then who's to say that our new little stream thing that we're trying, who's to say that won't come out to your facility and sit down and have a talk with you about your business. There's always opportunity. So that's what the business is. I've had people ask me how much. I don't set specific amounts. I'm not that way. If you got $1, give $1. If you got 20, give 20. You know, anything is appreciated. Everything goes back to the drivers. You know, nothing is kept here for the track or otherwise. It is all spent on that show.
And that's one of the unique things about this deal is all that money you're raising is just that. It's not coming to the track. It's not staying at the track. It's going back into the pockets of all the racers.
Right. It's like I said, you know, when a guy comes, if he wins, I want him to go out and have a big old fat juicy steak dinner. Right. But I want the guy who finished, you know, in the way back in the back, I want him to at least stop and get a Happy Meal. You know, and, you know, that's my feeling on it. Somebody gets something out of the entire show. I'm working on things from companies. I've had somebody ask me, if we give you this, can you disperse that through the drivers? Yeah, we can do that. You know, like I say, anything and everything is appreciated. Now getting to how do you get it to us? You can run me down here at the track. I'm here almost.
Not literally, please.
Yeah, right. But I am here most of the time. Or you can get in touch with Tina. You can go to my Facebook page. Everybody knows me, Larry Adams. And we take money through Venmo. It goes all in the account. If you got cash, I'll pick it up. You know, and then it goes to Tina. She keeps a log of it, and she keeps me informed of where we're at up until every week she tells me how much we raise. Last year we raised over $17,000. You know, and every dime went back to the racers, including some additional money from the track itself. You know, we did that. You know, so it turned out to be a really nice show. I'd like to see guys like some of the Bakersfield boys come up. You know, last year they had a pretty good showing. I think the highest Camaro that finished was sixth.
Yeah, something like that.
And I still think the Camaro's got something in them. You know, but then again, I'm old school.
All right. Well, what else you got coming up in the future here?
Oh boy, if you're here tonight, we got Tina coming out in a monster truck. We got the 8 exhibition. I just found out about a surprise there. Let me see. There's a lot. I mean, Chris has got some shows I'm trying to help out with there. I'm hitting some of my. They're not my sponsors, but I call them my sponsors. They're my contacts. But I'm hitting them up. You know, hopefully we can finish out this year pretty strong and get ready for the next year.
I do want to say thanks. You got a company involved, Guitar Center, the Guitar Center Music Foundation. Oh, yeah. We have, you know, because of them, we have a lot more equipment for our stream, and we have four kids from local high schools that are earning credit and a little money in their pocket for running the stream for us.
Right. The way the program works is these kids, they were told that there's no way that they're going to graduate on time. No way. I looked at it and I said, what do you mean they're not going to graduate on time? Now, the bad part is this was all on elective credits that they were going to fail. They were going to be held back or had to go to summer school or otherwise in order to graduate. So what I did was I went to the local school board and I said, look, we've got something that we're doing. Can we work out a deal to where, you know, they get their elective credits for coming and helping us, and we turn in their work and they get graded on it? Well, the school district stepped up and they made it even better. And when I say even better, each class that these kids go to takes about an hour. They're out here 9 hours. So for every night that they come film Antioch Speedway TV, you guys watch at home, they get 9 hours credit. So they're making up 9 days.
Nice. Now
this COVID break put our school districts we were in pause for 2 years, which means all of our kids fell behind 2 years. Everybody said, okay. But that wasn't the fact. If you look at it, that goes all the way back to kindergarten, right? So we got 7-year-old kindergartners. Yeah. Well, you know, all we're doing is falling behind. Let's do what we can to bring our kids up to date so they can go on to college, so they can go on and make careers. Micah Miller from Guitar Center, she saw my vision, and she stepped up. I can't say enough about Guitar Center Music Foundation on how they've done it. They've helped us get just basically anything. Now, we still need to add more. We always need more for improvement. And we're working on it. We're not going to be the professionals. We're not going to be Flow. We know that, right? But I'd rather be Antioch Speedway TV, knowing that I'm helping out my community and helping our kids go further, than being Flow and making $1 million. The money would help the track, but education goes a lot further, and you can't take that away.
Right.
So anyway, as I was saying, these kids get 9 days credit, which in a short time they've made up a year.
Nice.
In an even longer time, a little bit more time, they make up 2 years. Guess what? They graduate on time. They go to college. They become like oh boy, I forgot his name. My bad. But he graduated here in 1984, and he became the director of Sharknado. Now he's filming a movie called The Knicks, and my kids were invited over there. Anything's possible, especially through our educational system. I mean, Antioch High School just not too long ago had the #1 running back, Najee Harris. Lived right over here on Sycamore in a car.
I was on my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Just saying.
First round draft pick, running back. Right, running backs aren't picked in the first round, but the kid had something. He had the drive, determination, and he got himself out. And that's what these kids want to do. They want to get himself up to the next step.
Larry Adams, thank you very much.
Oh, hey, thank you. I was nervous on doing this because I've never been interviewed before, and I'm like, well, I'm not the guy to even want to interview. You want to interview?
And you kept it clean.
Oh, yeah, right. Bottom line here, if you're ever down here and you see me, I've got a lot of bad words to say, and I'm sorry. I try to keep them away from kids and all that, but
You can make a sailor blush.
yeah, and then my phone does more airtime than it does airtime.
Larry Adams, thank you very much. And folks, if you can help out, please do. It's going to be some great racing the rest of the year, but those big shows coming up, it's going to be a great time.
Oh yeah, we're gonna definitely knock the roof off the house, that's for sure. And then, like I say, every week is a new surprise. If you're not here, I don't know why.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right.
Larry's a great guy, and if you are able to help out in any way, $5, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever, we're trying to make this year's edition of the Big Jim Pettit Hobby Stock National bigger and better than last year. So if you're able to help out, please do so. Otherwise, just if you see him walking around the racetrack, make sure you say hi. That's Larry Adams. That's going to do it for this episode of Wylie's Race Report. Don't forget, this weekend, IMCA Modifieds, IMCA Sports Modifieds, IMCA Stock Cars, Pacific Coast Hobby Stocks, all running for their championship for 2022. And they'll be joined by the Extreme Limited Late Model Series. That's all coming up this Saturday, September 17th, 2022. Until I talk to you next time, episode coming up next with all the interviews from our last race weekend and the race winners. But until next time, I'm Wylie Wade. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye, everybody. All right, that was congrats.